Hey guys, I just got back from the Seattle Regionals. I went 8-0. I got first place with Altergeist. The brand new deck with Multi-Faker. Really good deck. I played 8 rounds. I think it was like 250 plus. I think maybe 240. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a really powerful deck. I really enjoyed it. I played 8 different decks, so I played against everything. I played Mermail round 1, round 2 I played against Blue Eyes, round 3 was World Chalice, round 4 was 60 card, round 5 was Draco, round 6 was what's that deck called? Oh, Pendulum Magician, round 7 was Trickstar, and round 8 I played against Zephyr Metalfoe. So, so here's the new map. Take a nice look. The Elemental Lord map. So let's get started with the deck profile. For hand traps, I played 3 Ash, 3 Ogre. These ones were the best ones. Ogre, I need it to stop the FTK, and Ash is just the best universal hand trap, so I can use this whenever. Like against more matchups, so I decided just to main it instead of just playing cherries in the main. So I played 6, and then for the Altergeist, I played 3 Marionetter. If you guys don't know what this card one does, it on normal summon you get to set an Altergeist card from your deck directly to the field, and then you can target an Altergeist card on your field and one in your graveyard, and then you can special the monster in the grave. So this combo is really well with Multi-Faker, and he's needed for to do the 7700 damage combo, which kills your opponent because you'll hit him with Hexia, and that's game. Of course, I play 3 Multi-Faker. This is why the deck's good now. If you don't know what he does, on the resolution of a trap card, you reveal it, and then you special summon it, and then on the summon, he will special any Altergeist from your deck to the field, and then you can only summon Altergeist for the rest of the turn. This deck plays Kieran, so you instantly get a Kieran on the field or a Searcher. And then the best, I play 3 Meliaseek. I see some people play 2, but I decided to play 3 because this card is a starter card because it'll search, because you'll link it off for Link Greba, and then you get to search Multi-Faker, which gets your combo started. And you can normal summon him and swing directly, and then you get to target a card in damage step. And then that way they can't respond to it unless it's strike, and if they strike it, well, you're already winning because you get to search another card. So I played 3 of him. I did play only 2 Slicoitus. This card's really, you never want to draw this card. And I know people are like, well, what if you banish it with Desires? And I'm like, okay, then you just don't play without this card. And yeah, I only played 2 even with playing Desires. I never wanted to draw it. And then for spells, I only play 4 spells. I play 2 Pot of Desire. It says draw 2 cards, so you have to play this. And then I played 2 Scapegoat. A lot of people don't play Scapegoat in this deck because they say it conflicts with Multi-Faker, but the problem is that you're not always going to have Multi-Faker. So in Scapegoat, by itself equals like draw 2 cards, draw 2 cards, or is it 3? Draw 2 or 3 cards, and then you get to end with a Unicorn and a Cerberus, and then that way they're protected, and then you can set Torrential, and then Torrential the field, and then draw 2 on your draw phase. So it's really powerful, and I don't get why people started cutting this card. For trap cards, I played 2 Infinite, and whatever it is. This card was the best card of my deck. I didn't play 3 just because I couldn't get a 3rd one, so I just stuck with 2. So I'm definitely going to go up to 3. And this card's really broken because you can do, on turn 0, which is your opponent's turn, you can activate this, and then you trigger Multi-Faker. That, and then you can get Kieran out. So you get 2 disruptions on their turn, and then on your turn it makes it easier to combo off. And I did this on my last round, and the guy just scooped it up right there, the Zephyr guy. He just scooped up. And then I played 2 Anti-Spell. I played this because I wanted an auto win against a lot of other decks, but the problem is like every time I flip this card, like they always had the out, or they're able to play around it. So I'm guessing like you still have to play it, but it just wasn't effective for me this weekend. And I didn't play 3 because that card in multiples doesn't do anything, and in going second, it doesn't do anything. And I didn't want cards like that. And then for wipes, I played 3 Rivalry of the Warlord, 2 Mirror Force, and triple Torrential Tribute. I decided on these 8 because any combination of these 2 with or with Strike can clear any board that any deck makes. Especially going second. So I chose these combination of cards. This card is easily the best card. I don't know why a lot of Altergeist players are not maining Rivalry, but it puts a lot of decks in check. And you're able to combo off because all your cards are spellcasters. So, yeah, it didn't conflict with Scapegoat. I always had this with Scapegoat, and it was never a problem. Like, I'd rather, like, flip this and then stun them out of the game than flip Scapegoat. Yeah, and it's the same concept as Logan Johnson's theory at YCS Utah. The guy who went undefeated in Swiss. So shout out to him. So this gets a little weird. For Altergeist, the trap cards, these are the last cards I played, were 2 Spoofing, 2 Protocol, and 2 Manifestation. A lot of people play 3 Protocol, but the problem is drawing any of these cards without any other Altergeist cards equals, like, you have to scoop up the game, because, like, that means your hand's really bad. I only bricked once because I drew these 3, but then this got Twin Twister and I lost. So, yeah, I really want to cut this card. I hate this card. I don't really like spoofing. I don't think spoofing's that good. And I wouldn't play 3 because this card, especially this card in multiples just sucks. And only 2 Manifestation because you have to get something going before it does anything. And then for my links or my extra deck, I play a Link Spider or a Link Kribo, a Link Spider for Scapegoat, a Cossack because I side deck Kaijus, so I could bounce them, a Borreload for Scapegoat, Cherry's Target, and then I played the Nightmare cards. I summoned all of these. I summoned everything in my extra set deck besides Borreload Dragon and the Electromite because it's a Cherry's Target, but I summoned everything. These cards are really good with Scapegoat because you'll make these 3 for the combo, and then you'll draw 3 cards, and then you'll end with these 2 linked together like this, and then you can just torrential the board, and then on your turn, instead of doing a regular draw, you can draw 2 cards because these are co-linked. And then I played triple Hextia. This card's broken. It's the only Altergeist card I play. It's also the only, like, main link monster you'll make with your Altergeist cards. If you don't know what this one does, it negates spells and traps by tributing an Altergeist, and he gains attack equal to the Altergeist he points to. So most of the time you'll end, like, with this and Marionetter, and this is 7,700, and then most of the time you already hit him with Meluseek directly for 500. So they're at 75, and this is 77. That's game. So that came up a lot this weekend. Most people, like, I red rebooted a Trickstar player, and then when I red rebooted him, I just went for this combo and I just killed him. So yeah. And then, oh shoot, sorry. And then I played 1 Topologic Transbania. You need this for the Draco matchup. You have to play this because it banishes everything and then you can swing directly. And that's how I won the Draco matchup, is I just summoned this. I red rebooted Apocalypse. Did it? And I red rebooted Apocalypse, and then yeah, it was game. And I summoned this, and then I triggered my multi-faker, and then it was game. And I play Ultimate Falcon because in my side deck I play 2 Waking the Dragon. So this combo's insane because, again, your worst matchup is the True Draco deck. But if you if they pop this, then you summon this. They have 0 outs. There's nothing they can do to out this except... No, there is no except. They'd have to side Kaijus, and they don't side Kaijus. So yeah, it was broken when I resolved it. Another card I played was 2 Red Reboot. This should be at 3. I made a really bad mistake. You have to play 3 of these. This card's the best card. After I Red Reboot, I'm free to combo and kill him. So yeah, that was my mistake. This card's extremely underrated, and you should be playing 3. And then I played 2 Deflector for Draco because they'll go a mono, and then the only way they can additional summon is through Disciple and Heritage, and so all you have to do is just like flip it, and then they're like stuck with only a mono, and then at their end phase it'll just bounce, and then they'll resolve demise or whatever, and it's just over. And then I did this. It says lose 1 turn. Enough said. And then Raigeki is another Draco out because Draco's your worst matchup. And then I play 3 Cherry. This is only to go second against Pendulum Magician, and to be honest with you, like Pendulum Magician's a pretty easy matchup already because you play so many trap cards, and if you can resolve any like combination of them, the game's over. And then I played 2 Kaijus. I just did a Sticky String and a Gameciel. Yeah, this card was good. Against Pendulum Magician, I'll only side in 1 Kaiju because what is it? I only side in 1 Kaiju just to get over the Vortex, so I can at least like normal and then attack directly with Meluseek or Marionetter to set up my combos for the next turn. Because you are a trap deck, so you're a lot slower. So huge shout out to Imperium Duelists. You know, they're really good to us, to Team Tank deals, and I only get good reviews from them. I really appreciate everything they do for us. Another shout out to Dex Protection. You know, best deck boxes in the game. You know, if you ever need something hard and protective, that's where I'd go. And you know, huge shout out to Marcus. You know, he got me all the cards the day before. Shout out to Manav Dewar. You know, always play testing with me, always making sure, you know, we got everything down to a science. And huge shout out to Kevin and Steven. Thank you so much. See you next time.